And we're live. We've got a HomePod in that just won't power on. Let's see what we've got in here, if we can get in. That looks like Gorilla Tape. It's a good thing I just sharpened this.
See a slice your finger open. Remember, kids, always cut towards you.
You really absolutely need to make sure you get
The most power comes from pulling towards you.
Alright. We've got
uncontrollable stabbing.
cool, babe. Ship that. I like that. So let's plug that in. And just make sure that it does in fact have the problem they shipped it in for and told us it had. Cool. No signs of life. 6 watts of power draw from the meter. So probably the same thing that all the other HomePods that won't power on come in for. Let's crack this open. Get some lighting in here. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Just slice that off. Yeah, dude, on clearance too. I was like, fuck, I can't miss out on that.
Damn, $1.49?
Yeah!
Where'd you get this?
Target!
What?
Yeah!
Target?
Yeah!
What the hell?
I wasn't even aware they had JB welded.
Me neither!
Same. Is this compact flash? Is this a compact flash? Fucking.
Yeah. No. That is PCI Express.
Really?
MPCIe Express? MPCIe? I can't remember.
PCMCIA?
No,
they
the
didn't use
fat
that.
one.
They
That's
didn't
the
use that on there.
PCMCIA.
Oh,
is the
that's
fat one.
oh, that's
is the
way
newer.
too small.
This is newer. Yeah, than that. This is the one they still use
Yeah,
Firewire.
well, and they also still made 17-inch laptops.
Oh, I gotta change the name of the... Who sent this in? Who was this? Theo?
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun dun dun. Easy peasy, fixed up. Let's get the display off. I'm just gonna stick that tool under there. And we'll grab our plastic. Stick that underneath.
I'm gonna fix it for you.
Then we can get that.
Yeah, you have 3 of them here too.
I've got like 5 of those.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Damn.
I've got, cause
What's in these?
Core 2 Duo to up to 2nd Gen i7.
Damn.
Yeah, I've got one of every generation of the 17-inch that they ever made because I wanted one of every 17-inch that they ever made.
Yeah. I haven't seen a 17-inch in a while.
I'm
And I think
sad. They only made them for a few years and
Yeah.
then...
Yeah, I know.
I was gonna think. I know
they
with
had
the
17-inch
new
models.
ones coming out, I think the closest they're getting is like something
16
weird. Like,
inches.
Is it 16.1?
It was just
or
pretty
something
slick
goofy
because
like
it's
that?
it's in the same physical
Yeah.
footprint as the previous gens with the smaller screen. They just made the display...
It's pretty cool.
Thinner
Yeah.
bezels.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fair.
And people complain about like the notch in the top, but I mean look at how much of a staple the notch on the iPhone is in most smartphones now. Not to mention you didn't have the rest of that real estate on the screen to use in the first place. So now you've got that whole top bar free, and you've got that like half section at the top obstructed by the Face ID, but you can put all your status icons there. So now you don't have that whole top sliver of the screen taken up by a handful of status bar icons.
Yeah.
It just makes sense. Oh, and don't get me started on the the new chips that they make for them too. That's thoroughly impressive. The performance that you can get from those.
I've got a M1 MacBook Air in my bag. And the other
Oh
one.
shit.
Yeah. I really like it. Like it's. I mean, especially from a efficiency standpoint, like the battery lasts so long on it. That and no fan. Always runs cool.
Well,
I mean, I had a
relatively.
well, yeah. I mean, it does.
Is that a thing? Is that a thing? They like run hot?
No.
No,
It's just that
I don't know.
it's just like relatively for like not having fans and being in a
Oh, okay, yeah.
specialized chip for,
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
just for that. Like
It
they,
runs really well, and I mean,
they,
it's
they run cool
now that
for
it's
what they are.
been out long enough, like most of the software is running natively on ARM. I think the only thing that I have right now that doesn't is Steam. It's got the Rosetta translation
Yeah,
business.
Well, and
it still works.
they were making some like huge changes to like the Rosetta emulation, weren't they?
Yeah. Well, Metal was their biggest one that they're trying to get push for.
Well, they're trying to push for it. Yeah.
Well, they're trying to
They're
get
trying.
the industry to adopt Metal more.
Oh, dude, I'm just happy that NVIDIA finally open sourced their drivers.
Yeah.
That's huge.
That's a big
deal.
step for them.
I was shocked. I was like, what?
Yeah.
It's happening.
It also was
Well,
a huge shocker when Intel
Also-
decided to open up their foundries to
Yeah.
to
A lot of crazy stuff recently.
anybody basically.
Yeah.
The world is healing.
Yeah, seriously.
The
It's
earth
not
is
as-
healing.
I mean, it can seem like that. It's also like, at the same time, other giant companies helping other giant companies. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're basically just jerking each other off at this point.
I mean, like, at what point is it like?
Money is just
Yeah.
a fucking, like, just a game to them at this point.
Pretty much.
The screws for this top basket are, like, really loose.
Is that the hybrid 1080? That's absolutely
What's that?
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
Did
yeah.
you take the chip off of it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what's sitting up front there on the corner.
Oh, there it is.
Here, I'll show you, dude.
Yeah,
This thing is not in good condition.
It was
It was
fucked.
It was not in good
It was
condition.
fucked.
You bought it. You
Yeah.
bought it for like what, $200?
I paid like I don't think I paid that much. Well, I think I did actually. Fuck.
Yeah, I know you paid a lot for it.
Yeah.
It was so basically.
You can take that apart if you want.
Let's I need the screwdriver.
You need a screwdriver? You need a screwdriver here.
Screwdriver. Thanks. Dankeschön.
Bitte. Let's commence the pry of shame.
The pride of shame.
Yeah, we gotta pry this plastic basket off because Apple thought that it'd be funny to glue it down for no good reason. No functional purpose to glue down the speaker basket whatsoever other than making it harder to get in.
Kind of sad that this thing's like absolutely fucked up.
Yeah, there's like no redeeming it. It's good
Like,
for parts.
Literally.
Ah.
Yeah, it's good for salvaging pieces off of it
Yeah.
for other cards.
Yeah.
It's that bad of condition.
Jeez.
I'm salty that they had clearly taken it apart and then they didn't tell me that what was wrong with it. They just took pictures of it put together and then said that it just doesn't work.
Oh yeah.
And then when I gave up and I tried to sell it,
Yeah,
I
it
took
was a little
clear
bitch.
pictures of everything.
Yeah.
Relisted it, said I attempted to repair it. Here's what the current condition is. It's fucked. It's good for parts.
Yeah.
Some dude bought it and then messaged me when he got it saying, so I plugged this into my computer and my computer stopped working and I'm basically expecting you to be responsible for it.
I was like, you said it was for parts.
And I was like, I said this was for parts. Send it back, and I swear to God, if it's in any different condition than I sent it to you in, I don't give a fuck. If it's missing a single screw, I'm keeping some of the refund.
Yeah.
And guess what the fucker did?
Uh,
He sent it back to me disassembled, missing half the screws.
Oh,
So I kept
man.
half the refund.
yeah.
Well, then you also, like, it's also like he clearly was a bitch about it because it's like.
He was a dumb motherfucker and I know exactly what he did. He went on eBay, he searched 8 GB graphics card, sorted by buy it now, cheapest price,
Yeah.
and bought the first one. And he admitted it to me too. He straight up said, I didn't read anything on the listing. My roommate or my friend or whatever just sent me the link and said, hey, can you buy this for me? And I bought it for him. And the stories that he kept telling me weren't consistent, weren't lining up. Because if you were buying this for your friend, then why did you hook it up to your computer and it stopped working?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
It's like, maybe you got it for your friend and you wanted to test it first? Maybe?
So, here's
Whoa.
number 1.
Whoa, yeah, that is very obvious.
Yeah, the hole in the
Very
board
nice.
was underneath the burned chip that I pulled off.
Holy shit.
That was not put in there by me.
Wow.
It had burned a crater through.
Yeah, let's get
That was
this.
a spectacular failure.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Let's see.
Sucks, too, because it'd be a good card.
Oh man, I made an awesome fucking YouTube video on it too. Here, I'll pull it up for you. It's only like a minute long or something.
But yeah, there you go.
Oh my god, that is...
Brutal. Yes.
That shit got fucking hot.
Somebody
And that's a
tried
common
it.
failure with the E EVGA 1080 FTWs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that...
Yeah, go look up Gamers Nexus EVGA 1080 failures, and you'll
Jesus.
find.
I mean, that thing just fucking burned right through.
Yep.
It is gone. Like 100% gonzo. Like there's no saving this guy. But I mean that's really cool. All the contacts and where the fuck did I put the
It's right there.
1080. Hey,
Uh,
if my 1080 ever dies,
You've got a GPU die now. Yep, here it is.
Yeah, right? Okay, yeah, that... Didn't think it looked that bad in the photos. Yeah, right. Fuck. You're like, uh-oh. Graphic content warning.
Pun intended.
Damn, that fucking hole. Look at that shit.
it was clearly also they tried to attempt to
They
repair.
tried to do shit to it, yeah. The bigger the glob, the better the job.
It took like a solid 5 minutes of heat to pull that chip off.
Whoa.
It was wrecked.
Yeah.
It was fused to the board.
Holy shit. Yeah, that thing melted down. Damn.
I was almost in tears when I saw this, because I was like, why? I've been scammed.
Yeah, especially at that price.
And just the absolute kick in the nuts was when I tried to resell it and the guy just completely fucked that whole thing up. I was done after that.
Yeah. It's like not even worth it anymore.
No, because people are going to be a piece of shit.
Well, it would have been alright for parts. God knows, like, the GPU die was even still working, probably. And then the dumbass had to go and try to use it in his computer without trying to fix it at all.
Yeah.
And fried who knows what, because he said it started smoking and making noises. And it's like,
Yeah.
ah!
Oh, he just made it even worse.
Made it even worse.
Why would he even try to plug it in? With the way that it looked when you got it, I mean...
But he didn't look
I mean,
at it. You
when
guaranteed.
I know,
Well,
I
because
know.
this is covered by the backplate.
I know.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
wouldn't really see any of the damage unless
But
you took
still,
it apart. But you could have taken 2
4
seconds to look at the
parts.
photos on a $200 purchase. Or no, it was
Yeah.
I resold it for $150. I paid it
Here's a station just for
No,
you.
stop.
Shut
And tap the top of that. There.
Yeah.
Hey Siri, knock it off. I'm sorry, I don't
Okay.
know how to respond to that. Okay. Okay. Alright, I'll
Wow.
take that.
Good answer.
She's actually gonna knock it off.
Wow. Wow.
Alright.
God, they just like pull in so much light. Those cameras. It seems like it's so much like lighter outside.
Yeah.
than it is.
Does kind of seem like that.
All right, and so what's gonna happen is I'm gonna have you drive the car because it's still technically in your name.
Well, he wants the ticket to go in your name.
Yeah,
when you get pulled over.
I was gonna say I was gonna drive your car.
I was like, well, if for whatever
'Cause
reason
They're not going to care if you're both
The problem
together
is the
and he's right
Okay.
behind you. Then it's not.
Okay.
It's not going to make much, and it's not going to
No,
make any
it's not.
difference because it's not legal at this point, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's true, but yeah, just trying to transport it between places, like they'd probably like be okay as long as they're not a dick about it.
Well, technically, you have to have a car temporary transport tab license.
Evan and I have
But
transported
it's like-
many a
I
junkers
know.
without,
I know.
and it's a risk.
Yeah.
But more often than not, they're just going to tell you to stop fucking around and get back home,
Yeah.
which is where you were going.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, thanks.
Okay.
I'll try that next
No, but usually, like, if they're gonna pull you over just to make sure you're not like doing stupid, like totally illegal shit, like smuggling drugs or something. Because usually, people that are breaking the law are breaking more than one law at once.
That's the rule, dude. You only can break
Yeah.
one law at a time. That is literally the
Yeah.
rule.
Yeah.
Like if you're breaking more than one law at a time, you're an idiot.
Driving hella slow and then no.
Going hella fast,
Or
drinking,
really fast,
like
yeah.
you know, like you
Like-
just all just.
Well, you saw the spot under the hood where the case of beer goes. No.
All right, amp board has been removed. Let's get up close and look at our culprit here.
Absolutely.
Oh shit.
Who wants to place a bet on the date code on this diode?
I'm kind of curious to see
Let's
1748K. Dead. I'll bet you it's shorted. Watch this. The first component I check will be the one that's the problem.
this. Take it. You've
I
seen
think
this
I think
I've-
a
'cause
fair
I've
few amount of times.
These are how many HomePods have come in for the same problem.
Oh my gosh.
And these are the problems that other ones have come in. So you
Yeah.
can tell what people usually send them in for.
is. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's all of the diodes that fail have around the same date code. So plenty of newer ones and plenty of older ones are still working fine. So I think... Yeah, that's shorted as fuck. I think they just made a shitty batch of diodes.
They must. They all seem to be pretty much the same date code.
All the ones that
Or just-
fail have the
yeah.
same date code. All the ones that that people send in for other repairs,
Yeah,
like
yeah, are
completely
just kind of
unrelated,
like
they
whatever.
have totally different date codes.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
all the ones with 1748K, hey, guess what? Goodbye.
And also, you have a what? Is the 1080 in here?
Yeah, that's a sexy card. I love that thing. I'm really sad that it's only a 1080 though. You know, at the end of the day, because like it looks beautiful, but
Dude,
it's
it still
still.
runs all modern games.
I haven't had a problem with it,
Yeah.
I run all modern games on mine, and yeah, like I
but I still want to be able to crank everything up to max.
Yeah,
Like
I
on
know.
some games, I still have to dick with the settings here and there, and I don't want to worry about that. I just want to turn it things up all the way.
My
Yeah,
mistake
I'm
was getting
usually
a
like that.
4K monitor recently, where I'm like, oh, the
No, dude.
1660 is not enough.
No. 1440p is
I know, it's good
the
enough.
perfect
Fine.
balance.
That's what
I
I
know.
have, and I love that resolution because it's not. It doesn't take too much overhead, and it it still gives good visual fidelity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Compression's good. Yeah.
No.
Send them that too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The freaking Plie.
That was actually my first
Oh man.
like handheld portable like device.
Yeah.
Like that was. I remember pulling up
freaking-
lesbian porn on that thing and like being so stoked that oh my god, dude. I could like access the internet and see anything I want on this.
My first like little portable handheld device was a Palm M105.
Mine was an 8, like the compact.
Oh.
But then I ended up getting. Oh, okay. You've got like the what was that? The Titan 2.
He has one. He has the
Okay.
same one. I'm pretty sure.
I had this
one of the same ones. I don't know.
The freaking the Windows mobile phones or whatever the heck.
Oh, Windows Mobile 6 was the shit, dude. Windows Mobile 5 was pretty cool too, but 6 was like 6 was cool. 6 was the shit.
Got a mini disc player. Haven't seen one of those in a while. Oh, yep, you've got a Razer. I've still got one of those too. Got the Motorola Razer. I found my Zune. Remember, I found the little FM transmitter.
Yeah, I found.
Well, actually, I've got my original Zune and then the one that had the OLED screen, the little tiny one.
Yeah, I have the original.
have
I have
both.
the Zune and I have the Zune HD as well.
Yeah.
I've got.
Zune HD.
I had it. I also found the screen protector pack,
Oh,
so I put in a brand new screen
Brand
protector.
new screen protector on it.
Shit.
Yeah, I had to, dude, the adhesive that was on it when I peeled off the old one. I was like, this is not good.
You got one of the
It like
Dell
stuck to it, so I had to
handhelds.
like take a bunch of alcohol and
Holy
clean
shit,
it off. I had to
forgot
pull the
about that.
battery
Dell
off.
Axiom.
There was some
Jeez, dude.
corrosion on it.
This is a blast from the past here.
Which one?
Oh, the Axiom.
The
Dell.
Axiom. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember those. I wanted one.
Why is my phone on?
I guess it compact. Like the iPod dock that's shaped like the Apple symbol. Actually, man, mini disc players were the shit though. Those were actually pretty cool for the time. And all this, especially when you chock them full of a bunch of MP3s.
Yeah, and you got the rewritable
Yeah.
discs that you could like.
Yeah. Because yeah, that one you got that's a newer one. Yeah,
When my dad went to prison and I took all of his shit, that was one of the things was that mini disc player. And he had a whole bunch of pre-made like mini discs with mixtapes on them that he made.
Yeah.
And that's how I found a bunch of my music, including like Weird Al and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay, cool. Oh, beautiful. Better than factory.
I bet it is.
Look at that blob. Beautiful.
Just blobbing along.
You're blobbing around. Do you have where's your charger?
What do you need,
Like a
USB-C?
USB-C, yeah.
I should be connected, but you don't have much length.
I don't care. It's just I just need it to charge it. It's pretty damn low.
Top a lot for life.
Yeah, we're like under 15%. So
Yeah, you need some juice for the ride home.
I mean, I know how to get home, but
Well, but
because I
unless
have to
you,
make a call and
yeah.
usually I don't want to be in that spot.
All right. Let's get this on the test bench and check for DC offset. So DC offset is basically when, so as I was telling you, audio signals are AC, not DC. So if you apply a DC voltage to your speaker, it's going to push the speaker one way or the other and hold it there. So that's a common problem with these two. So once we get the no power issue fixed, while I've got it apart, I will check for DC on the woofer, and if that's also a problem, then I'll replace the filtering capacitors that allow that to happen, which is usually
These things aren't even that old, really. I mean, for
There's a lot of problems with
Yeah.
I had bought two unvets were still within warranty actually,
Yeah.
used, and they had popping issues, the DC offset thing.
Yeah.
So I contacted. This is way before I figured out how to actually repair this issue, but I contacted Apple, had them replace them both under warranty, and when I got the 2 new replacements, this one and that one, which you can tell because they still have the fucking protective film on them,
Yep.
they had the exact same issue, straight out of the fucking box.
Oh man.
And the refurbished HomePods
Wow.
are
Yeah.
brand new ones that have sat from the date of
Yeah.
original manufacture on the shelf waiting for Apple to need to replace a customer's HomePod.
Yeah.
So there's just
Wow.
brand new ones, same fucking issues, unused. It's ridiculous, and then they expect you to pay $350 to replace it again
Right.
with
It's just
one
like-
that's gonna have the same problems again. I'd rather just take it apart, fix it, and be done with it for a few years.
You're better off just like buying like a Logitech like UE, like the Mega Booms.
Well,
like
that's the
threes.
thing is,
Those
no
things
matter
are
how
so
much
damn
Yeah.
good,
no
but-
matter how much you want to spend, you're not going to find something that's just like the HomePod
Yeah.
because you've
Yeah.
got 7 tweeter speakers that are omnidirectional. Each one of these speakers has their own dedicated amplifier. And
Oh,
then
wow.
the subwoofer also has its own dedicated amplifier.
Yeah.
And then you've got the room correction. I mean, it's the best sounding speaker in a poorly set up room. Period. If you've got proper
fair.
studio and like really good speaker setup and like you really planned it out, sure, it's gonna kick a HomePod's ass. But good luck finding anything for
That's
that
true.
even
price.
twice the price,
Yeah,
for even
yeah.
twice as much that
Yeah,
that
that's
does
true.
what the HomePod will do. None of the Sonos stuff. Nothing. The closest thing they've got is like the big ass one with like the one subwoofer. I
Yeah.
think it's got 2 mids and a couple of tweeters, but it's all front firing.
Yeah.
And then they've got the smaller ones that are omnidirectional, but they've only got like the one bass speaker and maybe a tweeter or 2. It's nothing is quite the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You
that's
know, the engineering is that, but you know, with a
and
lot of engineering also comes
What's-
a lot of potential problems.
I mean it's even crazier that they damn near sold these at a loss at MSRP. These
Yeah.
cost $200 to $250 a piece to make.
Yeah.
And then they
No
dropped the
way.
price. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It was ridiculous.
To actually make,
Mm-hmm.
that seems ridiculously expensive. But I guess like you look at the design on this. I mean,
Think about it.
yeah, there's
I'll-
a lot.
It's
to
not
that.
just a speaker. It's
Right,
an entire audio home, like a miniature home
yeah.
theater system. You got your 7 speakers, subwoofer, amplifiers for all
Shit ton
that,
of amplifiers.
power,
Yeah.
and a whole phone crammed in it. On top of that,
Yeah.
you've got the guts from an iPhone 6 running this. Like literally, it's an A8 CPU
Wow.
from an iPhone 6. Yeah.
Huh.
And it still costs $250 for them to make.
It's wild with an old manufacturing process too.
Well, and what's even
But then they
crazier,
stopped making them,
what's
right?
even crazier is even when these came
Yeah,
out and
now
this
it's-
CPU was old and for 2017, it was still far more capable and powerful than anything else that people were cramming in smart speakers too.
Yeah.
Like this is an iPhone 6 that you've crammed into a smart speaker. Like everything else out there's got these like rinky dinky little I don't know.
I mean, nothing
Just
of
like these
note,
little
really.
embedded controllers that pretty much just
Yeah.
barely does Bluetooth 5 and that's it.
Yeah, that's true.
It does the one thing basically. Like.
Not to mention they're all Bluetooth. This is AirPlay. This isn't
Yeah.
Bluetooth. It's not
Yeah.
limited to Bluetooth audio quality, which
Yeah.
granted has come a very long way.
Yeah.
A very long way, yes.
Um,
More specifically, once we got to 5,
okay.
like at 5.2 in particular.
This is powered on, so let's connect our multimeter to the woofer. I've actually got wires soldered into the woofer so that way I can just stick them and not worry about it. And then we'll wake it up. And nothing. We're on the 200 millivolt scale and we've got
Yeah. That's
0.9 millivolts. So anywhere up to 40, 50 millivolts I consider acceptable. But at the same time, if I see that it starts at 0
And it
or
kinda-
10 or 20 and it gradually increases just sitting here,
Yeah.
that would also warrant replacing it. But this is beautiful. This is a great result. So they lucked out. All they've got is the no power repair. I usually charge $50 for fixing the no power and then $60 if you send it for the popping issue.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's $60 if you send it in for no power, and I find that it also has the popping too. So, pretty good deal, honestly. If people keep telling me like I should charge more, and
I mean,
I should.
you should charge more.
I should.
That's interesting that they just did it like that.
That's actually a Canadian plug. Yeah.
I was like, it's usually not like that, but I was like,
The US plug is this, and I don't know why that one's
yeah,
rubber.
I'm like, it has the
And
holes.
I don't know why the holes are. I can't remember the reason for
I
this.
don't know.
I watched an entire video about it.
The
once,
YouTube
and
video?
I can't remember.
It was like
now.
2 or 3 weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is actually really interesting. Like, does it have something to do with like newer plugs? Like,
What are you
a
talking
sense, like
about?
newer standards for
Oh,
plugs?
the holes
to be able
in
to
the
hold
Holes
prop?
have been there
So-
basically
No.
since we've
No, the
had
holes
I
have
know
nothing
they've
to do
been
with
in there, but like,
The holes
No,
have
but-
nothing to do with holding it in there.
interesting.
No, but they, yeah, but they've been there like basically ever sinch we've had power cords in the U.S. Like,
Yeah,
They-
I mean, yeah,
if I remember correctly,
I always remember seeing that.
I
but
think I
just don't even
remember
know what
from
hell
the
they're
video
for.
that like that it just always been like that here.
Oh, you know what? I think it
Like,
was the
I think
manufacturing process is
Was
just
it?
cheaper.
Maybe, yeah,
You just
It
have
was
a tiny little cutout.
probably something like that.
Just a little.
Well, I can
cheaper.
imagine
Less-
if you
metal.
punch
Yeah,
that
you
metal
know,
out of
that
I mean, you can
thousands and millions of
you
connectors,
can
and then
make
you melt,
thousands more.
you
yeah.
melt all that. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like
yeah.
that's kind of crazy. That's like
Yeah.
the. whole
Ask
thing.
GM the kind of crazy shit they do to save money.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
shit.
you're saying that we can let X number of people get injured or die, and we'll still come out on top? Cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh my! I remember when they got into huge shit for that. And then they're like, we're yeah. Oh God, we didn't think about that.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, you did. You're just an asshole.
You didn't just think about it; you calculated it.
Yeah.
like-
yeah.
Punched it on a calculator and like, it's fine.
Like oh,
Dead people on a calculator.
Calculator
yeah.
says yes.
Cool calculator that does that.
How long have we been working on this one now? For 30 minutes? Not bad. 34 minutes in, and we're already putting it back together.
Not too shabby.
It almost always takes me like twice as long if I'm just streaming it and talking to people.
Yeah.
But if
Well,
I'm
yeah.
if I'm by myself and I'm not streaming, then I can get it done in about 45 minutes.
That's what I hear from most people, like that do repairs like this. They when they're streaming, they're actually doing. They're like this takes me literally twice as long when I'm
Yeah.
doing this. When I'm doing this and talking and like
Yeah.
having to explain what I'm doing and
Oh,
like,
and then
visually showing you, like making sure that you can see it. And,
And then you fuck up and you got to go and undo it because you were talking and you weren't paying attention to you fucking up.
yeah. Yeah.
That's a brand new HomePod in the box.
This?
Yeah, I bought that like 2 or 3 months ago off Walmart. Yeah, they just
So
randomly
you just put it in a glass enclosure.
they randomly had like a couple of brand new ones come into stock,
So weird.
and I was like, "You bet your ass I'm buying one," because this is after they discontinued and they
Yeah.
essentially doubled in price on eBay. Like a brand new one, you could easily fetch $600 to $1,000.
No
If you're
Jeez.
patient enough,
Yeah.
yeah, people will spend ridiculous
Yeah,
amounts of
yeah.
money on open ones
That's crazy.
because they think that it's going to guarantee them to have a flawless HomePod.
Yeah.
God, all right.
In this case, yeah, no, it would appear not to be.
Oh man.
Yeah. You picked both of these up at this one and that one up at Goodwill, didn't you? Or is it just the one?
All of those I got at Goodwill, but that's
Yeah.
the only one of these was the only one that I picked up at the one in Seattle. All the other ones I got
Yeah.
online.
Yeah.
One of them has an Airport Express Gen 2 built into it that I hacked in there, so it's got AirPlay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, AirPlay 2 actually, so I can play music on it with my HomePods at the same time. It's crazy. I took it apart and I was like, how am I going to power this airport? And actually, the way that the airports are put together is really fucking cool too. But They literally just take 5 volts. It's just 5 volts.
That's really
And
really
the
minimal.
hi-fi has a 5-volt rail on the power supply, so I just... and then the audio connector, the aux connector on the back, I just soldered wires internally
Yep.
and connected that to an air port inside. I took an air port apart and stuffed the guts into it. And, yeah. Oh, I think it's actually...
Like these things are monsters. You
Yeah.
know, like that these, like that they're battery powered, which is crazy.
Yeah, D-cell.
Yeah.
This is the one I think I have.
Oh,
That's okay.
Oh Jesus. Well, I mean the speakers are not in great condition.
No, these are actually blown. That's why I did it to this one first, because I was testing the concept.
Oh, yeah.
But here's the airport.
Oh.
Oh, shit. It's literally just the... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and this is where the power supply used to be for the airport, but I just took it out because all the power supply did was take 120 volts AC and spit out 5 volts. That's all it did.
So you
So
already
I
had
just
a rail
wired
on
that
it on the-
exactly.
Yeah.
And then,
Bingo.
you know, the connector for the aux input just goes into the aux input literally for the speaker from the back, and that's it.
Wow.
Too easy, yeah.
Genius.
Now all I gotta do is figure out how to take the smarts out of a HomePod and put dumb parts in that. And I've actually done that.
Smarts out of a HomePod and put it in what? And like put it in this?
Make it passive. Make a completely passive HomePod. So instead of I think it's oh, I think it's the colored one that I have in the living room. But anyways, I took all the smarts out of a HomePod, and I left the speakers in there, and then I just connected them all in parallel, and then the AC connector on the back,
Mm-hmm.
since it's only got 2 pins on there, I replaced, I used the internal power connector as the positive and negative for the audio signal. And then all you have to do is grab a power cable, plug that in there, and then connect a speaker wire, positive and negative, to each end of the AC cable, and that's your audio signal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Funny. Somebody didn't know what you were doing. They look at it like, what are you doing?
They would plug it into the wall, and it would immediately blow up. Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Bang!
You're like, oh God.
And I've got a piece of tape on that
Goodbye,
one saying,
HomePod.
"Do not plug this into the wall." But I need to figure out because it's literally just straight wires into the speakers, all in series,
Yeah.
and that's a problem.
Yeah.
There's no resistors or filtering or crossover,
God, yeah.
anything on there, and I could get like half volume out of it before my amp would kick into protection mode. So I gotta figure that out. Otherwise, it sounds fucking awesome. And I would take apart half my HomePods and rip the smart guts out of them and make them analog if I could figure that out. But there's some stupid dumb math that you gotta do to figure out what kind of crossover you gotta build for your speakers. I just gotta sit down and do it. It's like really stupid basic math. And like depending on like some like Buttersworth order or something like that, like depending on like how I don't know what that means. Something about butter.
Butter.
Mrs. Butterworth. It's been powering the speakers the whole time.
You think I'm kidding? Look up Buttersworth crossover.
I've heard about it. I know you're not kidding. It's just funny. Speakers powered by syrup.
I'm joking.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
But look,
Seems like there's just like so much damn engineering into these things.
there is. That was in
Pretty much.
$200 to $250 just for the hardware.
Right.
Now you're thinking about
That
the
just seems-
engineers that they had to pay to, and all the time that they put
Design.
into designing this.
Come up with this shit.
And there's rumors of a new one possibly coming out at the end of this year. So
Well, yeah.
hopefully not all that
Since it's-
engineering went to waste.
Yeah.
Maybe and they were supposedly it's going to be very minimal hardware changes from the previous one.
Yeah.
So my hope is, since you can't buy any parts for these, and they've been long discontinued, so good luck Apple
Yeah.
ever bringing parts for them, even with the self-repair program.
Yeah, it's been too long.
But with right to repair picking up and the self-repair program now,
Yeah.
I hope that they release a new HomePod, and that a lot of the parts just happen to be compatible with the older ones, so you can take the old one, buy the parts from a new one, Frankenstein a good one back together again, or something. I don't know. Like, this stuff, you can't fix this if this breaks.
Yeah.
There's no way to
Yeah.
replace it. You
It's
can't go to
done.
Apple and buy a new one. Like, you can do board level repairs all day, but you can't fix any of the cosmetic shit, and there's no replacement for it. So,
Yep.
God willing,
Just get your own glass and you get your own factory and you start
Just
printing-
start making your
printing
I
the
was
glass
I
and
was talking to
tempering
Kira.
it
I
and-
was like, we should get a 3D printer and start like 3D printing like replacement top covers. That like, sure, it's not going to look factory, but it's going to look better than a broken ass or missing touch cover.
Get a resin printer. It'd still look pretty good.
Yeah. I'll fill another water bottle.
Get that subwoofer put back in.
You want to help me move the tires?
Ooh, yeah.
And get hella dirty again?
Gotta do it eventually. Might as well wash our hands.
The blood of your ancestors.
In the tires. Oh, the cops aren't gonna sue you directly. Probably not. Hopefully not, right?
Yeah.
That's enough rickety dust business.
Are you sure about that?
Not enough brick dust. Could use some more brake dust.
Don't breathe this.
We require more brake dust.
You must construct additional brake dust. Knock! Oh, it's got the
Oh,
physical
yeah.
touch function buttons. That's so nice.
Oh, I know.
I miss that.
I know.
I hate my 2020 MacBook Pro so much because it's got the touch bar.
Yeah, that was actually one of the things when they first came out with this. I was like, okay, and it doesn't have the touch bar. I'm okay with this.
The new MacBook Pro, like the new MacBook Pros, like the thick boys with like the MagSafe that they brought back.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Please give me more of that.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
They redesigned the MacBook Air too.
Yeah, the MacBook
like
Air
the-
looks alright.
I
It
like
looks
the new
good.
case.
I like it. I like it.
Oh, okay. It just hasn't been connected to Wi-Fi in a while. It was like, we detected somebody at your front door. It's me when we were leaving earlier. Like, oh, okay. Oh, let me see here. I'll just moonlight my way back to my computer, I guess. Let's see here.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, it's this key. This key isn't charged because it's the one that's not really used. I think. Oh no, it's the one that is being used. I don't know that
Just
one.
stick it on the T charter.
Oh shit, there it goes. Oh fuck, I don't need to stream at fucking 4K. That's excessive.
Are you using Moonlight?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now you can use Moonlight.
Oh, I
Unless you
tried
have
it.
1080.
I tried it. Oh, well, actually, yeah, it worked. It worked pretty well.
Yeah, Moonlight is like the only thing that I find to actually work really well with very, very, very minimal lag.
It's even
Like,
pretty decent as just like a remote desktop.
Yeah, it's
So-
actually
Yeah.
fantastic for a remote
It works
desktop,
really well.
so I don't have to do any other configuration. By the way, did you ever get stuff for the PlayStation? Did you ever get controllers?
No, I still don't want to pay fucking 30 fucking
Oh,
plus
God,
dollars
no.
on eBay or whatever.
Is it still $30 on eBay for a
The
DualShock
prices
3?
I haven't
is
looked
kinda
in the
crazy.
past few weeks, but I can't imagine
How old
they've
they are.
gone down at all. And
Cool.
I went to RePC finally had some, and they wanted 30 goddamn bucks.
They did
Piss
too.
off, dude.
Yeah, I was like, no, man, come on. I'll wait till I find one at Goodwill for $5. That's the one that I gutted.
Yeah.
I don't care if it takes me 2 months
Yeah.
to fucking find one. I'm not paying 30 goddamn dollars for a PS3 controller.
Something that's fucking 16 years old.
Yeah.
I kind of get it. I kind of get it. Supply and demand. There's only so many left. Like,
Sure.
but at the same time, I cannot justify the $30 for a remote for that thing.
Oh, what am I doing?
Ah.
Hold on. I haven't even
But
tested
did
this
you
out.
know that these are Radeon premium graphics?
WireGuard set up. Let me connect my fucking.
You got WireGuard set up? Oh no, I was thinking of WatchGuard.
Oh, yeah.
I keep hearing WireGuard and keep thinking WatchGuard.
I
'Cause
still
I-
need to set up WireGuard on my fucking.
I've got
It's-
WireGuard. WireGuard rocks.
It is.
I know it does. I just haven't set it.
The roaming capability of WireGuard versus like I was using OpenVPN before is absolutely ridiculous, and it's so fast.
Yeah.
Like Like even just like switching networks, like I left WireGuard on my iPhone connected.
Hey, did we notice?
At work
No.
for like a day and a half, and I didn't even realize it was on.
Yeah, I was like, I could just leave this on all the time.
Is that to basically make the adhesive stick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. On stream, we got this done in under an hour.
Nice.
Not bad.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
That's how you fix your HomePod. Go do it yourself now.
You have the tools.
And we line that up. And then we commit.
There it is.
And then we plug it in. And we run a sine wave test tone through it at 45 hertz just to make sure that it's all nice and sealed.
And then, you plug it in, and it's just like that
Garage!
that meme that goes around the video that goes, ah, like screaming in the other room with like the
yeah.
loud bang.
Ooh. Do not install a software update. I will fuck
Which one is this?
5770?
Your HomePod is about to reset. Keep pressing until you hear 3 beeps.
No.
Should be a 5770 or 6770, one of the two.
It's 2009 manufacture date.
Gotta be a 5770.
What the fuck do you tell? I can't tell by these. It doesn't say.
Go by the part number.
This is the part number.
Yeah.
But like, what the hell is that? Maybe this part number?
I think that's just for the shroud.
Maybe. Yeah, here. Probably is.
I found a 970 for $15 at Goodwill in Linwood.
What?
I would
A couple years ago.
Scooped. Oh.
It wasn't obvious what it was because it was like a OEM like HP like pre-built
Yeah.
card, but I just looked
Those
at
ones usually resell for less anyways.
Yeah. But it works alright. It's actually in Laura's computer.
Oh, that's so nice. Sounding.
Oh, fuck off. Don't interrupt my stream, thank you. Garage.
So cool how they have their pairing processes. Nope, did not mean to do that.
Shit. Fucking Eddie's mining rigs are fucked up. Gotta remote into those and fix them.
I thought you were about to talk about Eddie Munster.
You don't know how to treat the customer.
You don't know how to treat the crypt keeper.
Yeah. If you're gonna keep renting out tables to horror cons.
Comic Cons. That's what she does.
They're so dirty.
This is the maddest I've ever been.
Oh, yeah. Ah.
It's just like it's so like this is the maddest I've ever been, and then
As the screen goes red or whatever.
wow, crazy stuff. Okay.
Bloom. Bloom.
I can never forget the exact phrasing of it. He's like, I don't want to know to hear about.
I
more
can't
about
know
tables."
how to hear any more about tables. I just it's such a random thing to say. I can't know how to want to hear any more about tables.
All right. And then we'll grab.
1 sec.
No, fuck off. Where's my iPhone? Where? Oh.
Oh, right there.
We'll pull out a phone that has an Apple Music subscription. Garage. And let's go to Apple Music.
Oh yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
You're just testing something that has a really heavy bass to see if it'll.
Yeah, and I know what the song's supposed to sound like, so. See if this works.
Not bad for something of its size. It's pretty good.
So many. Oh my god, there's so many.
So many there.
That's so many.
Oh. Yep.
That's like third song.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I know, I saw them shaking it.
Alright, this one's absolutely ridiculous on the airplays. And I've got the Apple TV in the living room, so I can AirPlay to that, which casts to all the speakers in the living room, the subwoofers, and all the HomePods. So it's just for how much I hate Apple, there's some things that they just
I know.
they know how to fuck around.
I know. Without having to find out.
And then I've got the one that I brought into the garage. Usually that's right here. Like the one that doesn't have any of the guts on the top.
Yeah.
So you can just see the subwoofer fucking.
Oh, just.
Yeah, it's great.
The sub's up here, right? It's up top.
Yeah, it's on the
right
top.
Your punishment is death!
How many are there? 1, 2, 3.
All right. If I haven't pissed you off on the stream from streaming music through YouTube on a microphone, then I hope you enjoyed this repair, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. And yes.
Great performance, Bill Cosby.
Yeah.